The wait is finally over as MotoGP roars back into action at the historic Circuito de Jerez Angel Nieto. Marco Bezzecchi arrives in Spain with a massive target on his back after sweeping the first 3 long races of the season. Jorge Martin is ready to defend his home turf, while Aprilia Racing looks to prove their championship dominance is no fluke. Get ready for an absolute thriller in the Andalusian sun.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Drama is brewing behind the scenes as Rins speaks out against Yamaha. After a tough start to the 2026 season on the newly developed V4 machine, Rins was shocked to learn his future was already being decided before he could prove his worth. This is a massive blow for the rider who now finds himself navigating a rapidly closing transfer market as the team looks toward 2027. It is officially time to get locked in for the Spanish Grand Prix with every practice, qualifying session, and sprint race on the line. You need to know exactly when to tune in to catch the world's best riders battling for position on one of the most technical tracks on the calendar. With Marc Marquez back to full fitness and ready to charge, this weekend at Jerez is shaping up to be the most critical test yet. The rider market is about to explode as Enea Bastianini hints at a massive shakeup for his 2027 future. With a potential exit clause in his contract with KTM, the Italian star is teasing a surprise move that could reshape the entire grid as we head toward the new 850cc era. If you want to stay on top of every update from the paddock, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. The wait is finally over. MotoGP is back on European soil. We are heading to the legendary Circuito de Jerez Angel Nieto for round 4 of the 2026 season, and the energy in the paddock is absolutely electric. After a 3-week break, the teams are fully recharged and ready to tackle one of the most technical, heart-pounding circuits on the calendar. Aprilia is coming in with a massive statement. Marco Bezzecchi is looking to extend his winning streak, while Jorge Martin is eyeing a dream result at his home race. Plus, keep an eye on Lorenzo Savadori, who is stepping in as a wild card to push the development of the RSGP26. Over at Honda, Luca Marini and Joan Mir are hungry to turn their consistency into podium trophies. It is no secret that Honda thrives here, having racked up over 20 victories at this track over the years. Then there is the Ducati powerhouse. Marc Marquez is hunting for his first long race podium of the year, and with the home crowd cheering him on, you know he is going to leave it all on the asphalt. Meanwhile, Pecco Bagnaia is looking to replicate his past success in Andalusia. But don't count out the Yamaha camp. Fabio Quartararo has a fantastic history at Jerez, and the team is using this weekend as a critical benchmark for their ongoing project. With a vital one-day test looming on Monday, this weekend is about more than just points. It is about gathering the data that could define the rest of the season. The stage is set for a classic battle in the natural amphitheater of Jerez. Who do you think will come out on top when the lights go out? Let me know your predictions in the comments below. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss a single turn of this high-octane season. Remember, in Jerez, history isn't just remembered, it is written on every corner. Ever wondered how quickly a career in MotoGP can go from promising to uncertain? Rins is living that reality right now, and frankly, he is just as baffled as the rest of us. Yamaha has reportedly decided to drop Rins from its factory team for the 2027 season, and the timing is raising eyebrows across the paddock. We are only 3 races into 2026, and Yamaha is already closing the door on a rider who has been pouring his soul into their massive, and admittedly struggling, V4 project. Rins didn't mince words, basically saying that if you understand how these machines work, you know it is impossible to evaluate a rider's potential when the bike itself hasn't even hit its stride yet. Think about it. A brand new engine, a radical overhaul, and a project still finding its feet. How do you judge success in such a volatile environment after less than a handful of races? It feels premature, if not downright cold. What makes this sting even more is how Rins found out. He wasn't sitting across a table in a boardroom. He read the news in the press first. He eventually got a quiet nod from team director Massimo Marigali, but the damage to the rider-team dynamic was already done. Now, the six-time Grand Prix winner is left scrambling for a seat as the 2027 grid starts to lock into place. He is clearly not ready to walk away or jump over to World Superbike, insisting he has plenty of gas left in the tank for this championship. But with options dwindling and a bike that isn't quite giving him the performance he needs to shine, Rins is facing an uphill battle that defines the brutal, cutthroat nature of top-tier racing. He is keeping his head down and going full throttle, but in a sport where the politics move just as fast as the bikes, is sheer talent enough to save his seat? Let me know your take in the comments below. Do you think Yamaha is making a mistake by cutting ties this early, or is this just the ruthless efficiency needed to win? Don't forget to hit subscribe for more raw analysis, and remember, in MotoGP, the next corner can change everything. Ever feel like the MotoGP season was just getting started and then suddenly hit the brakes? Well, dust off your gear because after a 4-week breather, the bikes are finally screaming back onto the track for the Spanish Grand Prix. This isn't just another weekend in Jerez. It is the official kickoff of the European season, and let's be real, that's when the championship intensity actually hits a new gear. All eyes are locked on Aprilia right now. They have dominated the opening 3 rounds across Asia and the Americas, but Jerez is a whole different beast. It is the ultimate litmus test for their championship legitimacy. Can they keep the streak alive on European soil? That is the billion-dollar question. Now, let's talk about the heavy hitters. Alex Marquez won here last year, but he's already tempering expectations, basically telling us not to bet the house on a repeat performance. That leaves the door wide open for Marco Bezzecchi, who is looking like the rider to beat. But keep your eyes on Marc Marquez. He has officially confirmed he is back to full fitness, and we all know what happens when a healthy Marc is hungry for a win. If you want to catch every second of the action, from the practice sessions to the sprint and the big race, you have options. The MotoGP Video Pass is your go-to for the full, uncut experience, or you can check your local broadcasters for streaming availability in your region. Which rider do you think takes the top step of the podium in Jerez? Let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're ready for racing, and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of our coverage. Remember, in racing, 4 weeks off is a lifetime, but 1 corner is all it takes to change the season. Is the MotoGP silly season about to deliver its biggest shock yet? Enea Bastianini just dropped a bombshell that has the entire paddock buzzing, hinting that he might be pulling the plug on his current factory deal earlier than anyone expected. It wasn't long ago that the Beast was the hottest property in racing after that sensational 2022 campaign with Gresini, but his transition to the KTM family through Tech 3 hasn't been the fairy tale ending he envisioned. Now, ahead of the Spanish Grand Prix, Bastianini has confirmed something that completely changes the landscape. While he's technically tied to KTM through 2028, he's holding a secret exit clause that lets him walk away completely free at the end of this year. Talk about leverage. Why would he do it? Well, it's no secret that his adaptation to the KTM machinery has been a grind, and with the rider market in total chaos, all roads seem to lead back to the team that made him a superstar, Gresini. But Enea didn't stop there. When asked about his future, he teased that there could be a surprise in the works for 2027. Is he joking, or is he playing a high-stakes game of chess? With Tech 3 set to shift from KTM to Honda, the seat situation is going to get claustrophobic fast. With names like Vinyals and Binder also in the mix, the musical chairs are about to get intense. We're watching a rider who isn't just looking for a ride, he's looking for his identity back. Do you think a return to the Ducati satellite fold is the missing piece of the puzzle, or is Enea cooking up something entirely unexpected? Drop a comment below and let us know your take, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with every twist and turn in the MotoGP world. After all, in this sport, the only thing guaranteed is that nothing stays the same for long.